What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Captain of Industry. A new update just came out for the game a few days ago, which I totally missed. Basically, they added some cool things, and I've added them to our research queue here. Two of the biggest ones that I've seen is amphibious vehicles, which can traverse water. Oh, I guess it says with increased running costs. I guess that makes sense. And they can also like mine underwater down to like -5 or something like that, which is pretty cool. And they added bridges, so that's cool. I don't know if we're gonna get into anything like that today. There's also a stacker tower. It's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, so it's nice to see some attention for the game. They also added some UI updates, little stuff down here. I'm sure there's more things that we'll find out along the way in today's episode. I haven't really checked or gone through and thoroughly noted everything that was different. Mostly because I'm just excited to get into what we are doing today. What is your issue? What? Why are you having a problem? It's not giving me a issue. I don't know. We're doing alright on diesel, so, or I mean, our production is up, so that's fine. That's whatever. What I want to do today is start to tackle this thing. It has been taunting me every single time I've loaded up this game ever since I built it, because it's just so impossible. Like, if we were to build the whole thing, like, literally impossible. We'd need 4,000 more construction parts, way more materials alone, and then twice the unity we can even cap. Yeah, so I want to start this, but it's gonna have to be in pieces. So that's what we're gonna do today. I think we should be able to manage doing it while keeping these other ones active. Why does it have so much rock in it? Just because our trucks are so busy, I guess? Yeah, I guess. Also, I unpaused these because when I loaded up the game, we were pretty much out of coal because these guys were digging just way too much quartz because of I guess a big landslide here or whatever. What can we do about this? We don't want this to be all... Well, I guess it's working its way through. We should be okay there. We should be okay. But what I'd like to do is keep this stuff running while we're doing this, just for now, if we can manage. So, that being said, let's start this. We're gonna Unity build that, but I think for now we'll pause its function, not its construction. So it'll get built, but not necessarily used. And then we'll build all of this. Sorry if this is gonna be a little bit tedious, but I wanted y'all to be in on getting this thing up and running. Let's see, what else can we afford? So we're definitely gonna need that, which takes iron ore, copper ore, and our quartz. Then we're gonna need this with the belts, and I'm gonna have to be very careful I don't miss any tiny little bits of belt or anything like that. Okay, and then we could probably just get away with, for now, one of each of these. What on earth? Limestone, coal, yeah, okay. So that should cover all of our outputs down to our crushed ores. And we're looking good on Unity. And that also gives our Unity an opportunity to actually be regained. We need at least, or no, we don't need those yet because we have that one. We'll need at least you, you. Alright. Oh, these pipes and belts. Okay, this is gonna be rough. You know what? Let's actually... Wait. How did dirt get in there? Oh, I don't want trucks importing in there. No. I don't want trucks importing in any of these. Actually. What is your deal? Yeah, trucks can't get to you. Oh, that's a valid point, actually. If we have regular copper ore, we could just have trucks deliver straight to there rather than into there. Could we make that possible? How would we make that accessible? I guess it sucks that we already built this stuff. If we... So we need... actually, let's copy you, and you, and you are connected there. Jeez. I wanted all of that, please. And then if we delete... I know we just built it. I know. Go ahead and... Yeah, just Unity delete all of that as well. Now, is there a way... Because now trucks can get to you. In fact. We could keep it that way. So if we move these then to here, or I guess that would make sense. And then connect a, sorry, was this a U-shape conveyor level 2 into that and connect that in there. I think that should still allow trucks to get to that storage, which is awesome. Good. I don't want them delivering sand there, however. Yeah, because we will be making plenty of sand. I also don't want trucks to deliver to you or you. Alright. You know what? Let's get this unpaused. Let's get all of our stuff starting to flow in and through here. These will all start just building up. And then we can start with some of this stuff. So I guess most important is going to be steel. Well, iron and steel. So let's see if we can't afford to do... Could we just do straight across this way? That gets into our glass stuff too. No, I don't want to do that. Let's do that. This stuff is going to be essential. This is our exhaust scrubber setup. And that took most of our Unity away. Okay, so now what else do we need to make these function? So they have their exhausts set up. Don't want trucks importing there. The rest of this pipe comes this way from here. So I guess we'll need one of these, because that'll make 36. So just one of these. And then you guys output your nitrogen to you. We'll also need this. Okay, so that gets at the nitrogen, or sorry, the oxygen. They have exhaust here all the way. Already see some coal coming down through. That's awesome. Let's see, what else do we need? This belt, obviously, all the way down to our storage. Yep. Okay, hopefully not missing anything else. They have their slag. Oh, the slag belt. Yes. Do need to extend all the way to our container here. We'll need water as well. And then where does our water? Insufficient materials. Ah, we have run ourselves out of parts. Alright. Let's go make sure we're not putting too much of a strain on ourselves over here. So what are y'all waiting for? Concrete. Because you guys have no... Yeah, because these are unable to keep up. I never went back and made a new concrete setup. I guess that'll be a project to do in the near future. Basically, because I upgraded these, I think, to all mixer 2s, which takes 3 each, and these, when they're not unitied, only make 3, so we need 4 of these. But if we unity boost them, we make 6 and 6, which is 12, which is enough to keep up with them. And they should have plenty of all their other materials. So once this catches up, we should be looking good. Awesome. So that's kind of our hold up here. You guys are, yep, just waiting on that. Just the bricks. You guys are obviously just waiting on the parts. I don't need that. I don't know, sorry, that we need that many parts 1. So we could start backfilling this extra storage we have. Just because we don't really need that many parts right now for anything, so. And we'll just make sure we're good on maintenance still. We obviously don't want to take away from that, but they get first priority, and we have tons of mechanical parts stored up, so no worries about that yet, but we want to make sure that we keep that on the forefront of our mind so we don't get any building trouble. What's up with our fuel? We're still... Alright, we need to, I guess, bump this one up. This one, let's just bump it up so we get a nice big reserve of fuel. Let's send our ship out if we can. Actually, we might not be able to. I know I always forget to do that. I'm so bad at that. It looks like there's nowhere we can reach now, but we are going to be... Once we research this stuff, we will be upgrading the ship bridge and then the ship engine, which I think is what allows us to have more range. Right now, we're doing vehicles management, which gives us extra 30 vehicle cap, which will be nice. What? Hold on. What in the world is this? Low water supply. That's not good. Why do we have a low water supply? Because this... You're waiting for products? Why are you waiting for products? Because we don't have salt? Where's our salt? Salt is not accessible right now. That's a big problem. Okay. I don't know how long I was missing that. Sorry if you guys were screaming at your screen. Because I most certainly would be if somebody missed something like that in a video I was watching. So, yeah, let's remedy that immediately. Get another salt storage that is accessible. We will obviously have to find a better solution for that in the future. Probably moving these evaporation ponds will be our solution. Yeah. Okay, that was bad. I'm glad we caught that when we did, because our population is already dropping. Let's see, how many did we lose here? Last 120 days. Oh, okay. Not too bad. So we might have just caught it. We might have just caught it at a decent time. Let's see. What can we do? I guess we could unpause this just to use this as a storage. Will it? It will not, because we need to unpause this one as well. How about that? Okay, so that'll take the waste, some more of the wastewater. pump it into here. We can just unpause the rest of this for now. We need this to be a higher priority. Like a 5. Because also, I was going to say our trucks are busy, which actually they're doing alright now, but our trucks are busy, so they weren't able to bring any salt over. Alright, now that we'll be making brine. Getting that back on track. And our health is back. Alright, good, 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 good. We are not regaining unity at the moment, though. Our oil rigs are doing it in. We have 3 things boosted. What 3 things do we have boosted? I know these 2. What's the other one? What else do we have boosted? Also, we're already having problems with this. Great, great. I never told them to keep this empty, which I probably should have. What else is Unity boosted? Just these 2. Oh, you. Why are you boosted still? We have plenty. Alright, we're going to unboost you. Hopefully that gets us a little bit more unity. And then our pollution, obviously. Research labs, not that much. 2 edicts. Disabling natural population growth. We can disable that one for now. I do want to leave this one, though. Does that... Oh, that goes up to 3. Yeah, no. Okay. Okay. Fuel problem, fuel problem, fuel problem. Why are we not keeping up here? Should be seeing... So you're waiting for products, which comes from this one. Why... Is this just not going fast enough? That's going to further hurt our unity, but fuel is more important. For the time being, are we able to trade? Oh, whoa. I just noticed this too. Modify pillars. That's glorious. We're doing alright with coal now, so I guess we'll trade to get some diesel. So we can hopefully get that going. Chicken farm, not enough food. Hopefully that doesn't mean our chickens are dying. Where was our animal feed coming from? You, and that is that because we don't have wheat? So we now don't have enough wheat, huh? But how are we looking with our soybeans is the question. Are we starting to see any backup of tofu? Not in the slightest. It will be more beneficial to have more wheat. What we can't... I'd like to upgrade this. That takes parts 3. We're just going to do it. That's pretty important, and we'll spend the unity on it, in fact, as well. So that'll go from 8.7 to something else. We'll check on that then once we get that back. This is cranking out parts, which is good. Let's go back and check this out. Make sure we're still okay here. Not enough fuel. Not yeah. Okay. You guys still have nowhere to dump bauxite. Why is that? Because this is full. I guess. Okay, that's not it. That's not a priority right now. We need to get back on track and focus and make sure that this is all working. All right, exhaust is blocked up. So clearly something got missed along the way. What did we miss? You need water. This is full of water, which is great. And this is our water pipe. Goes to there. That should solve our problem. Almost missed that little tiny bit. Water should go down in there. Is that all you guys are waiting for? And limestone, which we don't have any of in there. Let's say this doesn't accept limestone anymore. Let's give you a direct route. Wait. Yeah, you can go there. Wait. Limestone mine tower. Yep. Get rid of that one. So you no longer go here. You go only to the other one. So we should then see some limestone coming in. Alright. Still having a rock issue. This belt is going as fast as it can. Curious, is all the rock... Yeah, I'm sure that's just from this. Does that mean we need more dumping projects? I mean, we're dumping here, so... Yeah, I don't... Should be able to just dump a ton more dirt here. We have just completed the vehicle management, which is incredibly timely. I'm going to do... If you shift, yeah, it does 5. Let's do 10 more of those vehicles. We have plenty of parts and stuff. So 10 more trucks, and then back over to here. What are you still waiting for? Water. Why are we waiting for water? Water's all the way through here. I didn't build the balancer. I caught the little pipe wherever it was, but I didn't build the stupid balancer. Alright, we should see water through here now. And then down through here as well. You have water. Waiting for limestone, which we should see here sometime soon. It also is on reject single load products, which is perfect. Let's get some limestone on its way. Okay. That will go in there. For the time being, we can... Oh. It is on reject single load products. Dang it. We're going to have to turn that off for now until we figure out a different way to go about that. I don't think that's the end of the world because it'll just get all the stuff redirected anyways, but I can see how that would get all of our stuff clogged up at some point in the future. Alright, so sorry, I'm scrolling around a lot just trying to think. So now these should be working. Output is still full because you're waiting for limestone, which is coming in right now. For now, we don't really need limestone going this way. We just want it going into you. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. So now you should be going again. Perfect. You're waiting for products. You got water and iron. Or, sorry, molten steel. Perfect. 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 That is awesome. I see this belt is flipped the wrong way. Let's check that on these other ones. Those are all good. Glad I caught that. So we'll see this one output as well. Yep. And we should now see steel. Okay. Now copper. So we very obviously are getting our molten copper, but we didn't build any of this stuff. So that goes to you and you. Unity, oh, we don't have much. We can do that and that. We'll start with that. And that'll output to there. And then up to you. Yeah, either way we do this is going to be difficult. Okay, we'll just do... Oh, we do actually need parts 1. Let's say... Save up 100 of those. What are we waiting on here now? Steel, actually. So now we're going to get into an interesting issue of our steel being over here, and then our trucks are going to have to take it to over here. Yeah. Actually, yes, that is going to be a huge issue. Because we're going to run out of mechanical parts. Which we already have. Okay. Let's think. And that's just because Our iron ore is not going in there at the moment. So let's change this. Let's unassign that one for now. And just have it keep going to this sorter. So that we don't mess with our iron thing. We've verified that it works when we're ready to switch over. Don't want trucks importing or exporting from there. Actually, we probably do. We are going to want another coal storage somewhere that trucks can access, I think. Okay, that'll be a problem for later. We need to see some iron coming up here. Let's turn off reject single load products again so they can dump their iron. This is going to be pretty vital. We're full of copper here. So let's have the copper go to this one. To this one, sorry. Actually, is that a mistake? Just for now. And then we'll switch it back. Because this is full of copper. Eh. And why is that? Because the coal is not going this way. Okay, what is your issue? Ah, I see. You all dug yourself in a hole. Ah, man. Have to recover all of these. Okay. So now our excavators will be coming back. Oh, we have no maintenance now. That is terrible. Okay, so right now. Wait. We have a backup. Ooh, we have a backup. We have 500 steel here. Which we can... What are you guys outputting? Steel? Yeah, we can... Ooh. We gotta be careful here, but if we just delete this, it should just go right into our other storage. Perfect. And then get rid of this belt. We don't need you anymore. Then remove that. And that will get us... pause that. We need to make sure that we get our steel where it needs to go first, which is our maintenance. Alright, good save there. Now, our trucks can clearly get in there. So let's tell them to keep this one full, just so we don't mess with our current order of operations here. So they can take the steel from here and bring it over to here. That's actually what I'd rather. Okay. Maintenance will be going back up. We should increase our mechanical part storage for sure. But what I want to do once we get this thing fully set up and functional, I'm gonna rethink this area. We might leave our production lines the same and just have storages like this one that we import like our materials to, the steel and the copper, like over to. That might be what I do, but I might want to lay this out so it's a little bit prettier, a little nicer. Okay. So crisis kind of averted, but that'll take a minute for them to catch up. Actually, I will boost you. How's these doing? These are now backed up, so I can unboost one of you. Just to... Actually, I will unboost both of them for the sake of our unity. Since it's not getting the steel anyways, it's not going to matter. And I'd rather see our maintenance come back sooner. Alright, cool. So that has effectively increased our steel production. Whoa. Sorry about the little lag spike. I don't know if that's with the new update. The graphics are a little different or anything. I can look at decreasing some of my settings if that becomes necessary. Wow, rock is just a problem. So I guess what we'd want to do, this dirt is also full, which is going to become an issue. What we have to do then, since we don't yet have access to belt 3, I don't think that's until the next tier. What we would have to do then is take one of these and put it to stone or rock, but then that takes away from our iron. We'd have to shift all this down. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Absolutely not going to happen. We'll just have to deal with this being full of rock for now. Okay, so we are still struggling with the unity, but let's get some more of this going so we can see some copper. Just keep doing little itty-bitty pieces of this as much as possible. Okay, so we will need you, and we will need you. I suppose I can also just unpause some of this stuff. It doesn't all have to be unitied. That's just a habit I've kind of fallen into. So then you copper will go there, and then up to you. We're gonna need to unpause the acid pipes. I imagine we'll need 2 if we did 2 here, because you output 24 and you both do 24. Yep. It gives us another storage for acid as well, which is good. I see you a little bit in there. And then this will be your output. I think they share an output. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. This is their output. Okay. So once those all get built, I don't know if trucks can reach that actually. So we may have to unity these if possible. We have no parts. Okay, well, let's make sure that this is staying full. Once we are confident of that, why can't you? Oh, you have, I thought they had iron. Okay. And let's make sure that our infrastructure doesn't fall apart here. So are you still getting iron? Are you guys digging up like rock and stuff? No, there's still a good bit. They are getting some rock, and that might affect our tree farm here in a minute, but our trucks are also extremely busy. Let's build 10 more. I think actually if you control click, it makes it'll do 10. I'm gonna boost you for now. Actually, no. Our unity, or not unity, our maintenance is fine. I'm now, nope, never mind. I was gonna say I'm now confident that we can unpause this belt, but I'm not yet confident of that. Not until we see some more iron coming down through. Actually, I will unpause it though, because I want to see some more parts coming in, so that we can keep a move on with our stuff. Let's take a check here. Still not enough food for the chicken farm, which means we're still not making enough wheat. So we went from, was it like 10 to 10.9 or something like that? Okay. I don't really want to take away from our soybeans. What is your issue? Fertility issue. Okay. So let's say I'm going to upgrade another one of these to a greenhouse, and then I want to copy the settings and make that wheat as well. So then this will output wheat to, oh crap, I want the wheat to go, I guess I can just put in a sorter, Or how's the best way to do this? I mean, this one. No, that combines this and this, so we do need this sorter to take the soybeans out. We just need another sorter. Let's say I'll put you here. I know this is a pretty convoluted way of doing it, but that, and you're going to sort out wheat, and then U-shaped connector, boom, and build you as well. All right. So that'll increase our wheat, which then will go to making more animal feed for the chickens, so that our chickens don't all die. I don't know if that's what's been happening. I'd assume so, or maybe they just don't grow. Anyway, we see some eggs coming down here. We're pretty good on food. So yeah, doing this made our trucks a lot busier, transporting the steel back and forth. But I think it's necessary to accomplish our goals. Got a little bit more unity now. Let's check on our copper and see how this all is going. Yeah, I'm assuming trucks just can't get back here to deliver materials, so we'll have to do all this manually, which is fine. They actually did build those belts though somehow. Okay, and then we'll tell them to keep this one empty and keep this one full. Hoping they can get in there somehow. I think if they can get in here, they can just come this way and deliver to it, I'd imagine. Okay, so copper, coal, good there. Coal is good there. We just need some more iron. And bauxite, I'm just like, yeah. Whatever. I'm just going to say that bauxite can be dumped for now. I know it's going to be a semi-important resource later, but I'm sick of having all these trucks just being wasted, so we will deal with that when we get there. Still not enough fuel, although this one is looking very good. Just this one is not. We'd like to upgrade that at some point. Oh man, we're about 50% on that. I'm gonna knock that down a peg. All this still looks good-ish. Let's see if we got. We do have some copper in there. We have about 36. Okay, so this is working as well. Very good, very good, very good. This is full of coal. Holy smokes, that is awesome. Did you get stuck down here again? Oh, it's the landslide. Okay. Whatever. It happens, I guess. I don't know if there's a keybind to recover easily than what I'm more easily than what I'm doing. If there is, sorry, but okay, I think that those are just glitched. I definitely clicked recover. Yeah. Okay, and we have coal in here, at least some. Just needing iron, I guess. Could we assign some more trucks here? Maybe. Let's see. What are you guys digging into mostly? Iron and actually a good bit of rock. Maybe now would be a good time to adjust y'all's designation here. I'm going to pause before I do this. Let's dig down, starting from like here. Let's go down to like -3, sure. And then they can just start digging out all this iron. Not next to our ramp, though. Because I think that'll make it partially collapse or something. Actually, it's 4 wide. That should be fine. And -3 there. Not down to -15. Like so. Okay, and go. It'll take them a second to dig out the ramp for this here. But that's fine. Power is obviously higher since we're running more of these. So once we disable these, we'll see our power come back into a more manageable number. Steel is an issue. Stop everything. Stop everything immediately. And let's see if we can trade for some. Let's see. We cannot trade for iron or steel. Buy iron scrap. Which I think... Do I have you set to be able to do scrap? Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Didn't mean to press that. Sure, let's get a little bit of some iron scrap. So we at least have something. And then that will hopefully see some trucks coming down to pick that stuff up. Yep. I'll take it to there. So we at least have something before we see our mechanical parts drop so drastically again. Okay, so iron just became an issue, is what I'm understanding now. Coal is now a big problem. So let's do this then. For starters, we can maybe chill on the truck since they have not quite as far to go anymore. Then what we can also do is put in a balancer here. It'll be a U-shaped balancer. Say we put it like here or so. And then we'll have a belt come up and around to a storage maybe here that trucks can access to take the excess coal away. Yeah, go ahead and play. And let's do right there. Build you. Obviously make that the priority out. And then I want a U-shaped conveyor. We could probably just make this a 1. Whatever. It can just go up to height 1. Is it cleaner if we do this way? No, we have to go out at least that far. That sucks. Wait, what if... Oy. That's kind of ugly, but whatever. It's okay, I guess. Just pop that there for now. Let's copy you. Nice big coal storage here. And actually, let's go back 1 there. And where's the easiest way to connect in? That looks pretty good. And let's go ahead and build that, that, and that. So now our trucks have a place to take, or have a place to receive coal from. We have a way to get rid of our excess coal from here. Alright. Don't care. No, I do care. We need the same thing for limestone, actually. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Which we can mirror here. This is set up weird now. This is set up so weird now. Because we want to prioritize this. But I'm assuming that our trucks are wanting to come collect from this to go take to, like, here, probably. Yep. And anywhere else that needs a little bit of limestone. So we needed this to be accessible, this limestone. I wish we could swap these, but that is not entirely practical. How can we set this up as an overflow? I'm thinking we do the same thing. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. We have enough access to limestone that I think it'll be okay if we do the same thing that we did with the coal. So we'll just copy that. Good, they don't connect there. And then make another storage. You'll actually be limestone and not coal, not corn either. And then that is absolutely hideous. There's really no better way to go over than that. Then I'm using a lift, bro. That is absolutely horrid. There we go. And you. And let's call this a priority output. And then actually what we can do is build that, but only accept if below 300. So it'll keep 300 in here, and then our excess will go to there. And we can mess around with that number, like if we want this to be higher than 300, lower than 300, that's fine. Cool, yeah, I like that, I like that. So now we're still full of coal. Which is, I mean, I guess a good problem to have. We could probably further decrease those. Let's take one of these also. Put you on the iron. Since now you have farther to go. It'd be nice if we could get a ramp in like here somewhere. That'd be sick. Because this ramp's kind of cut off now. Because that's where our food stuff goes. Once all the iron's gone here, we can surely figure something out with that. No available place to dump products. What are you trying to dump? I thought I said you could dump bauxite. Yeah, whatever. This ore sorting plant was just a terrible mistake. We're just gonna get rid of this. It caused me more headaches than what it was worth. Although it was cool to try and save some of the bauxite. And what was this again? Oh yeah, we were dumping XX quartz, that's right. So, this is good to see some progress. It's kind of cool to see all the molten copper. I didn't really think about that. Let's check and make sure. Yeah, our maintenance is back up, which is awesome. Copper is still full. Steel is on its way back up. I'd like to see some mechanical parts, some more mechanical parts being stored up. Maybe before we unpause that. I don't know how these are getting built. Okay, these are good. Yes, I know you have no way of receiving stuff. We still have scrap in there. I think that's why they're trying to deliver to them. We can unboost that. We have plenty of coal now, so we can pause all those again. What is... Oh, you're trying to get coal. Ah, I see. I see. That was your issue. You're trying to get coal. Because all the coal now is going here, I guess. What we can do Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Well, tell trucks to keep this empty, and then they should take it to here because I've told them to keep this full. We'll up that. And we can do that for this one as well, which we already have, actually. Very nice. Very nice. So now we have plenty of iron coming in. Well, a decent amount. 750 is a lot. And are just waiting on the coal. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. We have 187. What's our cap now? 200, yeah. You guys are waiting for diesel. Oh my goodness. Is this not working? I'm confused. Because it's got a little thing on it, but... No, it's got oil going out. Okay, we'll have to look at addressing our fuel situation then here in the near future if we're going to be constantly having issues with diesel. Not a problem for today. Wow. Let's up that again. Alright, we can... Did we just add a second truck to this? We did. That's okay for now. That's fine. Yeah, jeesh. Obviously, this is not getting any iron because we have it all going to here, which we could probably change now. We can add an export route to you. What's your deal? Just rock is your problem. We might need a second rock belt. Oh, we might need a second rock belt. If that's gonna just constantly be a problem. Ooh, wow. They have finished our... Not really tunnel, but kind of a tunnel. Our cut here through the mountain. And we have made it over here to our next area, which gives us access to more copper, iron. Very cool, very cool. And then eventually all this gold, I believe, gold ore for whatever we'll need that for. Okay, that's awesome. That's very exciting. Let's check on their other project here. That's cool. Very good. Making decent progress over here to this other side. Cool. Hydrogen fuel. Yeah, this stuff might be this might be something that we look at sooner rather than later, is the hydrogen powered stuff. Where was that? Did we research that already? Vehicle management, pollution, hydrogen cell. We did. Or maybe not. Hydrogen production. That's what we need to look at. Chicken farm. Recycling we haven't done yet. Yeah. Hydrogen production. Let's look into that real quick. Captain of Industry sign. That's new too. That's awesome. Okay, we gotta find a place to put that for sure. Can we like raise it up too? Oh my goodness, we can. That is sick. Okay, we'll have to find somewhere to put that for sure. Anyways, not power. It'd probably be hydrogen reformer. It uses fuel gas, which we have a lot of, to make hydrogen. Okay, okay. And then what was... Do we have to make hydrogen trucks? Oh, there's a new tab. Hydrogen trucks. So what is the difference here? So it takes hydrogen to build. It takes 1.2 per 60. And this does... Okay, so it does take more. So we'd have to verify that our production of hydrogen would be at least equivalent and then greater than our diesel production. Okay, okay. So I guess that's the trade-off you make. It's cheaper and doesn't cost oil, but cheaper in terms of it uses fuel gas, which comes from our excess crops. Which we should be able to get. If we just like grow a crap ton of wheat, we should be able to do that. Are you guys still struggling with food? Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. But yeah, that would be very good. Where else does fuel gas come from? We can also do it from some of this other stuff. Okay, sorry. I had to step away and I lost my train of thought. We were talking about other ways we can make fuel gas, which would be from naphtha, which comes from our excess heavy oil, which at the moment we, are using some to make steam, but we have plenty of light oil for that. And you can see, like, right now, some of it's getting burnt off. So if we're making, where was it? 12 times 8 is 72. Nope, sorry, 96. 96 heavy oil can go into making... Oh, but that requires hydrogen as well. Naphtha to make fuel gas. But then how much... Wait, what? 24 to 28. Okay, so I don't know that there'd be much of a gain there. Well, that's something we'll have to look into in the future. Definitely, since we're having problems with our diesel anyways. But yeah, I think we are going to wrap up here. I know this video is kind of scatterbrained, and it's tough just trying to balance now this and this until we just have this fully running. It will be a little weird. That's okay. Wow, that is a lot of iron. This one has a crap ton as well. Very good, very good, very good. I'm now gonna have you reject single load products once again. Actually, no, because I need this to go there, and you to not go there because it is entirely full of iron. You can accept single load products, just not iron. Are y'all waiting on anything? Your output is full. Why on earth is the output full? Because you're full of sulfur. Weren't we just having a problem where we didn't have enough sulfur? Where does that go? Let's see. Trucks don't have to keep that empty, like that empty. So we should be good to take sulfur from here. Okay, I think that little gray bar means that there's trucks on the way. Yep. Perfect, and I imagine they're just taking it straight there, which is good because we need to process the exhaust so that you guys keep going and making steel. Once we're confident that you're making steel again, we can unpause that to make more parts so that we can build more of this monstrosity. I mean, masterpiece is the word I should have used. Besides that, everything else looks good over here. Water is full. Slag is being kept empty. These aren't getting backed up on slack, are they? No, just on... Did I not? Mm-hmm. So I did miss the one exhaust. but that's okay. These are obviously both waiting. You have plenty of limestone, of course. Is that the only place our limestone goes? No, it also goes to these? Yeah, and then what goes here? Sand? Yeah. Which we have plenty of. I haven't seen any quartz come. Why is... No. That must have been a mistake from when I set all this up. I somehow had this output set to quartz and coal, which was a big mistake. Just rock is our big problem there. What is your problem? You need rock. We can just dump rock, right? I don't know why they're not. Just dump it. We have a place to dump it here. I don't think it's in the jurisdiction of the the leveler. Maybe it's just not wide enough that many trucks just can't fit down here at once. Maybe something like that. How are these all doing, by the way? Great. And it doesn't. Well, no, it might have. It might use limestone. I just can't really tell. I think it does, probably. So we might have to move those somewhere else eventually. Do we have other limestone? Yeah, there's crap ton of limestone everywhere. Yeah, so tons of limestone, so we don't have to worry about that. At least being an immediate concern. And then I think we also have a limestone mine somewhere. It's a coal mine. Quartz. I thought sulfur. Okay, maybe not. I thought for some reason we found a limestone mine. Maybe we'll find one eventually once we get some of these ship upgrades. But yes, I feel good about leaving it in the spot we are now. This has worked out its iron and hopefully is seeing some copper. Although you were just digging a lot of dirt and not a lot of copper. So maybe we have to change your thing too. All of our salt is gone. So that'll be something we have to address. Oh, but this one's full. Good. I guess we can go ahead and pause that and that. We need some additional housing, it seems. Do we have... Oh yeah, we can upgrade, right? Did we just upgrade one of you? We did. Let's mark that to be upgraded, even though we don't have the parts for it yet. Why do we not have glass? Because you're waiting for your sand mix. Okay, so we could get our glass maker here going. We have a decent amount of unity. We might as well. This will be the last thing I do. Actually, can't even do it because we don't have the parts for that. And we don't have the parts for this. Alright, never mind. Problem for next time will be the housing problem and glass in general, I guess. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode as we finally started construction of our new mega ore sorting factory, and yeah, I'm excited to see what this will turn into in the future. And as many headaches and problems as it is now, it'll be well worth it in the future for once it helps us out. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you all in the next episode.